Are you ready for some football? Webster's Marketplace is ready and here to help. Fresh from our in-store smokehouse, tailgater brats are $3.99 per pound. Or our beer and onion pub burgers are $4.99 per pound. From our deli, chili con queso dip is $4.99 per pound, or freshly made salsa is just $3.99 per pound. This week at Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 West in Ripon.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
With a full line of insurance products exclusively designed for Wisconsin, call Victor at Victor Magnus Agency. With Rural Mutual Insurance, Victor will help get your personal, business, farm, and life insurance needs in order. For a free quote, visit victormagnus.com. That's Victor, Magnus.com. Summer has its own feeling. It can be active and hot. It can also be cool and relaxing. It's your choice when it's happening in your own backyard. Summer is the time to turn your dream projects into reality, and your neighborhood Ace Hardware in Ripon and Wautoma is here to help. However you want to plant it, build it, paint it, or customize it, Ace is ready to turn your home into your summer oasis.
Ace is the helpful place in Ripon and Wautoma.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Diedrich Insurance Agency, with offices in Ripon, Berlin, Fond du Lac, and Oshkosh. Check us out at diedrichinsurance.com.
The bakery and deli teams at Webster's Marketplace are always cooking up great food for you and your family to enjoy. Breads, buns, cakes, and of course our signature donuts, hand-cut daily to our deli's roasted chicken, delicious dips, and full line of meals for you to take home and enjoy. Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 West in Ripon.
Ripon Area School District continues to offer the very best educational opportunities to all students. Ripon Tigers are building their future in a high-achieving academic atmosphere, supported by a dedicated professional staff who are passionate about education and are striving for excellence. Come experience what happens when excellence meets innovation.
Make the long drive this season with confidence all year long. Get ready for your next road trip with Goodyear tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon.
Thank you for joining today's presentation of Ripon Tiger Sports, brought to you by Schmidt Lumber, buy where the builders buy, the Diedrich Agency, Ace Hardware in Ripon and Watoma, Edward Jones, Silver Creek Dentistry and Orthodontics, Butsy Marchand Funeral Home, Fortify Bank, Fusion Heating, Webster's Marketplace, Walsworth, Alliance Laundry Systems, Pastimes Pub and Grill, Cliff's Tire and Battery, Mr. and Mrs. P's Eatery, Lamer's Bus Lines, The Heidel House, Hillside Dental Associates, MPB Builders, Ripon Area School District, AirTech, American Family Insurance, Smuckers, Mutual Rural Insurance, Horicon Bank, and 93.1 FM and 1600 AM, The Wave, your hometown station.
Welcome to the Laconia High School Gymnasium tonight here on the Ripon Sports Live YouTube stream. This is Bruce Lang bringing you tonight's Ripon High School girls volleyball action between the Ripon Tigers and the Laconia Spartans. Ripon comes into tonight's non-conference match with a 7-5 overall record following a successful trip at Clintonville this weekend, where they participated in the Clintonville Invitational. That was this past Saturday. Ripon came away as the tournament champions. Laconia is 16-3 entering tonight's match after competing at Berlin this past Saturday in the Berlin Invitational, where they finished with a 3-1 record. The Spartans are coached by Caitlin Weiss, while Ripon is coached by 30-plus year head volleyball coach Tracy Landerman. We're going to take a little bit of a break, and in the meantime, run some of the sponsors. Just want to let you know that up in the corner, left-hand corner of your screen is also our sponsors. We have about 25 sponsors this season bringing you our broadcast. So support the sponsors that support Ripon High School sports.
Introducing Walk-In Wednesdays at Alliance Laundry Systems in Ripon. Walk in and interview at Door 2 on Shepherd Street, Wednesdays 10 to 4. Start at $25 an hour for second shift assembly. Plus, we're working 4 10-hour shifts with overtime on Fridays when needed. We have great benefits including medical, dental, vacation, retirement, and tuition reimbursement. Can't make it Wednesdays? Apply at alliancelaundry.com careers.
Alliance Laundry Systems is an equal opportunity employer.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Diedrich Insurance Agency, with offices in Ripon, Berlin, Fond du Lac, and Oshkosh. Check us out at diedrichinsurance.com.
Hi, this is Danny and Heather with AirTech Heating. At AirTech, our motto is honesty, integrity, and quality craftsmanship.
When it comes to your home, you want the person working on your equipment to be upfront and tell you what you need.
But also what you don't need. We deliver whatever it takes service to take care of you. Our technicians are NATE certified, meaning they are the most highly trained in the industry to be servicing your equipment.
If you're stuck with a broken furnace or air conditioner, call our team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742.
MPB Builders in Ripon, national award winners in building construction, is now hiring. MPB Builders is currently seeking employees for general labor, mechanics, material estimators, draftsmen, and clerical work. If you're a subcontractor for metal roofing or post-frame construction, MPB has immediate work available. MPB Builders offers competitive wages and full benefits, part-time positions available for college students and semi-retired individuals. For more about what MPB has to offer, check out their website at mpbbuilders.com.
Drew and Jonathan Scott here to tell you that American Family Insurance is committed to protecting your dream home so that your family has a place to share laughs, celebrations, and milestones.
Which is why their new homeowner discount rewards customers who have purchased a new home in the last 3 years with a discount on their homeowner's policy.
American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Contact Brad Tegla-Petra, agent at 920-748-5031.
Discount and savings amounts and eligibility will vary. Some restrictions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Products not available in every state.
The bakery at Webster's Marketplace always has fresh treats for you to enjoy. Our signature sweet rolls and donuts are hand-cut daily in-store, fresh, each morning by our bakery team. Our custom cakes are also baked and decorated right here, always fresh for your special celebrations. And the breads and dinner rolls are made by our bakers just in time for dinner tonight. Stop by our bakery today inside of Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 West in Ripon.
Ripon Area School District continues to offer the very best educational opportunities to all students. Ripon Tigers are building their future in a high-achieving academic atmosphere, supported by a dedicated professional staff who are passionate about education and are striving for excellence. Come experience what happens when excellence meets innovation.
Welcome back to the Laconia High School Gymnasium. Just about ready to get things started here tonight as Ripon taking on Laconia here on the Laconia home gym tonight. It's homecoming week for Ripon, as it is for Laconia as well, so both teams hoping to come away with a homecoming week victory here tonight to get the week started for the teams. So homecoming week for Laconia, homecoming week for Ripon, as we're looking to get things started off here in just a bit. We want to let you know that in the JV2 game, Laconia won all 3 sets against the Ripon JV2 team, 25-10, 25-12. In the final set, Ripon made it a game, 25-23. In the JV, regular JV game, it was Laconia winning all 3 sets as well. In the first set, 25-23. Second set was 25-15. The third set was 25-16. So while they do the Star Spangled Banner here, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and we will be right back right after this.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
With a full line of insurance products exclusively designed for Wisconsin, call Victor at Victor Magnus Agency. With Rural Mutual Insurance, Victor will help get your personal, business, farm, and life insurance needs in order. For a free quote, visit victormagnus.com. That's Victor, MAGNUS.com.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Diedrich Insurance Agency, with offices in Ripon, Berlin, Fond du Lac, and Oshkosh. Check us out at diedrichinsurance.com.
Summer has its own feeling. It can be active and hot. It can also be cool and relaxing. It's your choice when it's happening in your own backyard. Summer is the time to turn your dream projects into reality. And your neighborhood Ace Hardware in Ripon and Wautoma is here to help. However you want to plant it, build it, paint it, or customize it, Ace is ready to turn your home into your summer oasis.
Ace is the helpful place in Ripon and Wautoma.
Welcome back to Laconia High School Gymnasium. Getting ready to do the introduction of the players. Ripon will be on the left side of your screen tonight. Laconia will be on the right side. Not sure if they will switch sides between sets like they traditionally do. With COVID, some schools are doing it, some are not. So we'll have to wait and see if they do that this year or not. Starting lineup for your hometown Ripon Tigers. The libero for Ripon is Ari Brooks. Number 6, Malia Kowaleski. Ripon in their black uniforms with orange numbers and white trim. Next is Avery Makarevich, a senior, one of the 5 seniors on this squad this year. Number 12, Sheridan Zimmerman for the Tigers. And number 15, Ava Baker for the Tigers. And number 1, Carson Bauman. Forgot to introduce Erica Mills. So now he's going to do it. After she ran through the line, Erica gets introduced. Erica also one of the seniors for Ripon. And for Laconia, the home team here tonight, dressed in white with green numbers. First person introduced, number 3, Lexi Janesco. And then number 5, Autumn Engel. Number 10, Callista Vandenberg. And a senior, Molly Johannes. A senior also, Katie Radovich for the Spartans. And a junior, number 15, Maddie Isaac. And the senior, the libero for Laconia, number 1, Brianna Lunt. So, glad you could join us tonight. I'm Bruce Link giving you tonight's play-by-play.
Good luck, ladies.
We wish all the players good luck. And in my case, I'm a little biased. I hope Ripon comes away with the win tonight, as I'm sure most of our Ripon viewers do. So stay with us. We bring you the play-by-play, the girls in their final huddles, as we get ready to get things started. Once again, Ripon on the left side of your screen, Laconia on the right side of the screen. So, official checking to make sure the right people are on the right spot, as the libero for Laconia checks in Brianna Lunt. Now checking the Ripon side, and as soon as he's done with that, Ari Brooks will check in. She'll come in for, I believe it'll be Carson Bauman. Excuse me. Well, yep, it's Carson Bauman. I wasn't sure if it was Carson or if it was going to be Eva Baker. So, starting the serving is Laconia tonight. Serve it over, and Makarevich hits it, blocked by Laconia. Over on Laconia's side now. Hit over to Ripon by Radovich. And then Ripon gets it over. It drops inside the line on the near sideline. And that first point of the night is going to go to Ripon. And back to serve for the Tigers is Erica Mills. Mills with the serve. And now it goes off the rafters, but it's still a fair ball, and they get it over for Laconia. Then Malia Kowaleski with the stuff, as she stuffed it right into a couple of blockers, but it came down on the Laconia side of the net, so kill Ripon. 2-0 Ripon as Mills back to serve once again. Laconia with the set. Now the hit over the net, taken by Brooks. Sheridan Zimmerman tries to put it over quickly, but can't get it to go. It goes into the net. So Zimmerman with an error there, and that goes over to Laconia with the score 2-1. Ripon leading, and now hit over lightly by Makarevich. Set by Johannes, put over by Laconia, now hit over by Katie Radovich, and she gets the kill for the Spartans, makes our score 2-2. All tied up here in this first set tonight. Serving is Brianna Lunt, set by Brooks. Gets it over, that's Kowalski. Now with the hit, trying to put it over, she gets it over, is Janesko. And Janesko once again with the bump, and putting it over is Laconia. Baker with the set, hitting it over is Mills. Now Laconia tries to get it over, but blocked by Baker for the Tigers. Kill goes to the Tigers, and it's 3-2 as Makarevich goes back to serve for Ripon. Makarevich serves it over. Saw some nice serving last weekend by Makarevich, and the hit over by Laconia is going to drop in the back far corner for the kill for the Spartans. Some of the Ripon football players starting to filter in here now. We've got a pretty good sized Ripon student cheerleading section here, as well as a good parent section. Laconia with the serve, and that goes off Ripon, and going to make our score now 4-3. Laconia up by 1. As back to serve for the Spartans, Lakely Kletsky gets it over, taken by Brooks. Over to Zimmerman. Now Baker gets it over off the hands of one of the Laconia players, and blocked by Ripon. Back over Mills with the bump. Now set by Zimmerman. Over to Bauman. Bauman gets it, goes the wrong direction, but saved by the Spartans. Put back over Zimmerman with the set to Kowalski. Kowalski puts it in, a hard hit, and that's going to be the libero Lunt, and it goes up, and they can't control it. Going to be point Ripon. They tie it up at 4-4 with Sheridan Zimmerman back to serve. Gets it over, taken by Lunt. Now hitting it over and blocked, but comes down on the Ripon side of the net for the Laconia point. As it looked like that was Baker and Kowalski that tried to block it, but the point goes to Laconia, 5-4. And serving for Laconia, Radovich. Kowalski gets it over for the Tigers. Now with the hit over by Engel. Set by Ripon, get it over by Mills. And Zimmerman hits back over by Ripon. And partially blocked, and Ripon loses the control on it. And point going to go to the Spartans, making our score 6-4 in favor of Laconia. Back to serve once again is Katie Radovich. Radovich with the serve, takes is Brooks. Now Kowalski with the hit over, and it's going to go backwards off the fingertips of Radovich. Going to be Ripon point, as Ripon trails now by 1, 6-5, with Malia Kowalski back to serve for the Tigers. Kowalski gets the serve over, taken by Kletsky, hit over by Engel, and now Ripon gets it over. That was Mills. And now with the hit and partial block by Ripon, but Baker can't get to it, and it's going to go out of bounds, and another point for Laconia, making our score 7-5 in favor of the Spartans. Back to serve, Callista Vandenberg, taken by Baker, goes the wrong direction and out of bounds as Zimmerman can't get there. Coming in for Ripon is going to be Ellie Bumby, and Baker going to have a seat for the Tigers. 8-5, Laconia leads it here as Vandenberg back to serve once again, taken by Bumby. Set by Zimmerman over to Mills. Mills gets it back over the net. Now putting it over is Isaac. And Mills tries to get it over, but blocked by Laconia. And that's Molly Johannes with the block. So point goes to Laconia, puts them up by 4, 9-5, as Vandenberg back to serve again. Serve taken by Bumby. That's going to go over on the Passover. And it's going to be Ripon's ball as it goes out of bounds out the back line. Ripon with the point, now trailing by 3, 9-6 as Ari Brooks back to serve. Brooks gets it over, set by Kletzky. And putting it over for Laconia is Molly Johannes. And it goes out the back line and point Ripon. Ripon down by 2 now, 9-7. Brooks back to serve. Gets it over, taken by Engel. And now Engel has it set to her and she tries to put it over, but it's going to go into the net. So another point Ripon as Ripon pulls to within 1. And it's 9-8. Ripon trailing by 1. Brooks serves. And just over the net, but that's going to go just out of bounds on the near side. Point to Laconia. As coming into the game is Lexi Janesko. And having a seat for the Spartans is likely Kletzky. So serve is over. And just a light tip over by Makarevich. Set and put over by Laconia. That was Engel. And Kovalevsky tries to hit the third hit over, but it goes into the net. So another point goes to Laconia, making our score 11-8 as Laconia again with a 3-point lead. Back to serve, Molly Johannes taken by Kovalevsky. Sheridan Zimmerman with the set, gives it to Mills. Mills gets it over. And then Engel gets it over now for Laconia. Makarevich with the light tap over. And putting it over on the third hit is Laconia. Sheridan Zimmerman blocked by Laconia. Ripon gets it back over. Now getting it over is Isaac. Sheridan Zimmerman with the set and Makarevich, and saved by Coffeen for the Spartans. Mills with the hit over for Ripon. And it's going to be point Ripon as it goes up in the rafters and bounces around like a pinball and comes back down on the Laconia side for a Ripon point. Ripon now trailing by 2, 11-9 as Sheridan Zimmerman back to serve for the Tigers. Zimmerman with the serve taken by Lunt and hit over by Laconia. Now hit over by Coffeen. Ripon keeps it alive. Makarevich hits it over but blocked by Laconia, and it's going to go drop just inside the line on the near side for the Laconia point. Makes it 12-3. Laconia back up by 12-9. And now the serve by Engel will go out of bounds and point back to Ripon as their score now 12-10 as Ripon pulls to within 2 with Erica Mills back to serve for the Tigers. So Mills with the serve. That's going to be taken by Engel. Off the net, and that's going to be a point for Ripon as it'll drop. Off the touch by Laconia, pulls Ripon to within 1, 12-11 with Mills back to serve once again. Serve is over. Engel with the hit, and now put over by Laconia. Brooks taken by Zimmerman, hit over by Mills, and it's going to go off of Engel the wrong way. And point Ripon. Tie it up now, 12-12. So Ripon with their chance to take the lead here. Mills with the serve. Taken by Engel. Set by Johannes, and trying to hit it over is Radovich, but that's going to be a touch by Laconia, and point Ripon as Ripon goes up by 1, 13-12 with Mills back to serve. once again for the Tigers. Erica moves back and forth across that end line. And again, another point as it goes off Molly Johannes as she tries to get it off the net. And Laconia wants a timeout. We'll take it with him. Ripon leading here 14-12.
Ripon Area School District continues to offer the very best educational opportunities to all students. Ripon Tigers are building their future in a high-achieving academic atmosphere, supported by a dedicated professional staff who are passionate about education and are striving for excellence.
Are you looking for a new career? The Smuckers facility in Ripon needs you as part of their team. Starting wage is over $20 per hour, full benefits effective day one, and a $1,000 sign-on bonus. Apply online at www.smuckercareers.com.
My apologies, as the Smuckers ad got cued a little too soon and cut off the Ripon High School ad, Ripon School District ad rather. But coming out of the timeout, Ripon leading here 14-12 as they have a 2-point lead here over the Spartans. Ripon coming out of their huddle now. Back to serve for Ripon will be Erica Mills for the Tigers. So Mills waits for the official. He gives her the signal, but that's going to go just on the, they're going to say it's a Laconia touch. I didn't notice a touch, but I thought it went out of bounds or hit the line on the far side. But Ripon now up by 3, 15-12. Mills with the serve. Tap back over by Kowalewski, and Kowalewski again with the tap over off of Johannes, and kill defensively by Kowalewski. Ripon up by 4, 16-12 with Mills serving. She gets it over. Johannes now put over by Coffeen. Nice save by Zimmerman, and Zimmerman keeps it alive, gets it to Kowalewski. She gets it over. Now Johannes, and it's going to go out of bounds off a Ripon touch, and so point goes to the Spartans as they pull to within 3 of Ripon, 16-13, with Brianna Lunt back to serve for the Spartans. Lunt with the serve taken by Mills. Now a little tap over by Zimmerman. Nice job by Ellie Bumby to keep the ball alive, but it's going to go to point over to the Spartans. Not sure what that signal was that the official gave, but 16-14, Ripon up by 2. Kowalewski with the hit back over for Ripon. Now put over by Radovich, and hard can't, that's Mills that can't control it. It's going to go out of bounds, and point goes to Laconia as they pull to within 1 now, 16-15 with Lunt back to serve. Goes to Mills, Mills to Zimmerman, Zimmerman to Bumby, and Bumby gets it to go over, and it's going to go off a attempted block by Laconia, but falls on Laconia's side, so point Ripon. They go back up by 2, 17-15 with Avery Makarevich back to serve. Serve goes over, and going to be an ace for Makarevich as they pull ahead by 3, once again, 18-15, as Avery Makarevich with the serve once again for the Tigers. And that one called in on the line, just on the line, as the line judge calls it in. So Makarevich with another ace, go up by 4 now, 19-15. Makarevich with the serve for the Tigers. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Oh, the official on the line said it was in, so point Ripon as Ripon goes up by 5 now, 20-15. He's got a better vantage point than I do. From my vantage point, it looked out, but the official said it was in, so Makarevich with the serve. Now Radovich hits it over for the Spartans. Zimmerman, and we're going to have a double hit called on Zimmerman. And Ari Brooks will come back into the game as a libero for Ripon, and Avery Makarevich will have a seat. Ripon leading 20-16 on your Heidel House scoreboard, and the serve is going to go into the net. Serve by Lakely Kletzky, and Ripon gets the point, 21-16. Ripon up by 5 with Allie Bumby back to serve for the Tigers. Bumby with the serve taken by Lunt. Over to Kletzky, now hit over by Radovich. Radovich, now over to Kowaleski. Kowaleski with the spike, and a nice hit by Kowaleski. Can't be controlled by Laconia, as Ripon up by 6 now. 22-16 with Bumby back to serve once again. So Laconia Lunt, and now over to Joan Hannes. She gets it over. That's Brooks, and putting it over is Bauman. And it goes up into the rafters, and point going to Laconia. Back to serve is Radovich for Laconia. Taken by Bumby, now hit over by Bauman. Bauman gets it over, and Laconia, and a hit out of bounds by Engel, and that's going to be a Ripon point as Ripon back up by 6, 23-17. Malia Kowaleski back to serve for the Tigers. 23-17 on your Heidel House scoreboard. As coming into the game is Talia Erdman for the Spartans. Kowaleski with the serve. Now knocking it over is Vandenberg, but blocked by Ripon. Laconia gets it back over, and Molly Johannes drops it in front of Ari Brooks for the kill, and that's going to pull Laconia to within 5, 23-18. And back to serve is Callista Vandenberg. Puts it over, taken by Bumby. Bumby over to Zimmerman, over to Mills, and a block by Laconia is going to come down in the Ripon side of the court and give the point to Laconia as they pull to within 4 now, 23-19. Vandenberg back to serve once again. Taken by Bumby. Now Zimmerman, she sets it to Bauman. Bauman gets it, it goes up. Comes over in the Ripon side. Bauman gets it over for the Tigers. Johannes. Engel gets it over. Excuse me, that was Erdman. Now on the Laconia side again, and knocking it over is Isaac. And Laconia, again, they get it over. Kowaleski. Zimmerman to Mills, and Mills with the hit and the kill, as Mills gonna, or rather Bauman gonna go out, and coming in is gonna be Makarevich. Back to serve is Ari Brooks, with Ripon has a 5-point lead at 24-19 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Serve is up, point now by Ripon on a double hit. And that's gonna be the end of the set as Ripon wins it 25-19. So Ripon takes the first set, coming from behind 25-19 on your Heidel House scoreboard.
Are you looking for a new career? The Smuckers facility in Ripon needs you as part of their team. Starting wage is over $20 per hour, full benefits effective day 1, and a $1,000 sign-on bonus. Apply online at www.smuckercareers.com.
Drive your favorite teams to the games with Lamers Bus Lines. Lamers is now hiring school bus drivers. Great pay, flexible schedules, complete driver training, and a bonus up to $1,500. Apply in person or at golamers.com/careers.
Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign and sedation dentistry.
The bakery and deli teams at Webster's Marketplace are always cooking up great food for you and your family to enjoy. Breads, buns, cakes, and of course, our signature donuts, hand-cut daily to our deli's roasted chicken, delicious dips, and full line of meals for you to take home and enjoy. Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 West in Ripon. Make the long drive this season with confidence all year long. Get ready for your next road trip with Goodyear tires from Cliffs Tire and Battery, West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon.
Excellence meets innovation at Ripon Area School District through a commitment to continuous quality improvement. Ripon was awarded $1.9 million in grants to expand support for students and their families with school programming and school-based mental health. Come experience what happens when excellence meets innovation.
Welcome back to the Laconia High School Gymnasium. Ripon taking the first set from Laconia, coming from behind to win 25-19. Want to remind you other things that took place as far as sports today. Ripon boys soccer traveled to Winneconne. Actually, that was yesterday. They traveled to Winneconne and played the Wolves to a 0-0 tie. So today it's the Ripon boys and girls cross country team competed in an invitational meet at Winneconne with 14 other schools, and the Ripon boys soccer team traveled to New Holstein tonight. That game got underway at 7 o'clock. So they should be getting done with that before too much longer. And we're ready to get the second set going as Ripon will serve to get things started here in the second set. Official checking once again to make sure everybody's where they belong. Scoreboard is reset at 0, and back to serve to get things started will be Sheridan Zimmerman. The teams did not switch sides, so they elected not to switch, and Zimmerman's serve goes out of bounds out the end line for a service error and gives Laconia the first point as they lead now 1-0. Brianna Lunt back to serve for the Spartans. Zimmerman with the set to Makarivich, and Makarivich gets it over off a touch by Laconia, and they'll tie things up here at 1 apiece. And Erica Mills back to serve for the Tigers. Mills with the serve, taken by Lunt. Johannes sets it to Radovich. Nice save by Zimmerman, I believe that was. And now it's going to go off the speaker, and it's going to be a point. Speaker is out of bounds, so point goes to Laconia as they take the lead 2-1 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Back to serve is going to be Engel, Autumn Engel, for the Spartans. Brooks now to Kowaleski. She gets it over, and Laconia was doing a nice job to keep that ball alive, and we're going to have a lift called on Ripon. So point goes to Laconia as they take the lead by 2 now, 3-1. And now an ace by Laconia as they take a 4-1 lead on the Heidel House scoreboard. Is Engel back to serve once again. Taken by Kowaleski. Zimmerman, and getting it over is Makarivich. Set by Johannes, and it's going to go out of bounds off Laconia. And they're trying to lobby for a touch, but officials not giving it to them. As Ripon pulls to within 2, 4-2 on your Heidel House scoreboard. And Avery Makarivich serving for Ripon. Lunt bumps it, and then it goes into the net, and Laconia can't control it, so Ripon pulls to within 1 now, 4-3, as Makarivich back to serve once again for the Tigers. Makarivich gets it off the top of the tape, taken by Lunt. Hitting it over is Johannes. Now a set to Kowaleski, and that's going to drop for the Ripon kill as Ripon ties it up 4-4, and Makarivich will go back to do the serving once again for the Tigers. All tied up at 4 here on your Heidel House scoreboard. Serve is taken. Actually, it went out of bounds. Lunt looked like she was going to take it, but then sidestepped it, and it went out of bounds. So Ari Brooks going to come back into the game as Makarevich has a seat. Back to serve is Radovich, taken by Zimmerman. Baker to Zimmerman. Now Kowaleski hits it over, blocked by Laconia. Laconia gets it back now. And Radovich into the net. And scooped up by Baker, saved. Now back over to Laconia, back over to Ripon. Brooks over to Zimmerman. Hit by Baker, and Baker's going to slam it out the back of the court. Going to give the point to Laconia as they take a 2-point lead, 6-4. Radovich back to serve for Laconia, and that's going to go out the back of the court to give Ripon the point. Pulls Ripon to within 1 at 6-5. Baker going to have a seat. Allie Bumby going to come in for the Tigers. Bumby will go back to do the serving now for the Tigers. Ripon leading or trailing by 1, 6-5 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Bumby with the serve. Taken by Laconia. Set by Kletsky. Trying to hit it over is Janesko. And finally they get it over. Now a set by Zimmerman to Kowaleski. Kowaleski with the hit over and a kill, as that's going to go off Brianna Lunt, and she's a little bit upset with herself, and Ripon ties it up at 6-6 with Bumby back to serve once again for the Tigers. Bumby with a service error into the net. Going to give the point to Laconia as they take the lead now by 1, 7-6 on the Heidel House scoreboard. And back to serve, Kalista Vandenberg. Bumby with the bump. Now the set, Kowaleski on a little too hard, and that's going to go out the end line. Giving the point to Laconia as they now lead by 2, 8-6 here on homecoming week for both of these teams. Set by Zimmerman off the serve. And now we're going to call 4 hits by Ripon, and it's going to be a point for Laconia as they take a 3-point lead, 9-6. Ripon needs to settle down slightly as Vandenberg serves once again. Zimmerman with the set to Kowaleski. Kowaleski with the hit, and right into Johannes for the Spartans, and they can't control it. Point goes to Ripon. They pulled to within 2, 9-7 on your Heidel House scoreboard. And Kowaleski back to serve. Taken by Laconia. And they save it, keep it in play. And Mills with the final hit for the Tigers. Get it over to Laconia. Laconia now, Bauman, back to Bauman. And she gets it over, and trying to block it is Janesko, and it's going to fall on the Laconia side for the Ripon point as they'll pull to within 1. Trail by 1, 9-8 with Kowaleski serving. Taken by Lunt. Now set to Janesko. Get it over to Ripon. Mills with the hit over, and that's going to drop in the back corner. The back near corner to tie things up at 9-9 with Kowaleski going back to serve. Once again for the Tigers. 9-9 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Kowaleski's serve is over. Taken by Engel. Now they set it to the other side. Ari Brooks now set by Zimmerman over to Mills. And Mills gets it down for the point as Cassandra Coffeen cannot come up with it as Ripon back to the lead by 1 now, 10-9. Kowaleski with the serve once again for the Tigers. Taken by Laconia, set by Kletsky, and getting it over, barely getting it over off the tape is Janesko. Falls for the point, and going back to serve will be Molly Johannes. 10-10 on your Heidel House scoreboard, all tied up once again. Close set here for both teams. Ari Brooks sets it to Zimmerman, or bumps it to Zimmerman. Zimmerman to Kowaleski, they get it over. Now Laconia gets it over, sets it to Bauman, and Bauman drops it right in the middle of about 3 players for the Ripon point as Ripon takes a 1-point lead. 11-10 as Ari Brooks back to serve for the Tigers. Ripon in their places. Brooks with the serve. And then a bump and a set now. And putting it over is Engel. Now set over to Mills. Mills gets it over. And Laconia now with the last hit. Taken by Zimmerman. And diving for it was Bumby. And she got it up, but nobody could keep it in play, and so it's going to be a point for Laconia, tying things up again once again at 11. Back to serve. That's Janesko. Now Mills with the light tap over, saved by Radovich. Radovich with the tap over now for the Spartans. Bumby with the set to Makarivich. Makarivich gets it over for Ripon, set by Laconia. Radovich gets it over, and then Bumby not able to keep it in play as it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be another point for Laconia as they take a 1-point lead, 12-11. Served by Janesko. Makarivich gets it over for Ripon. Lunt. Radovich, and blocked by Ripon. I believe that was Sheridan Zimmerman along with Makarivich. And so point Ripon as they'll tie it up at 12, and Zimmerman back to serve for the Tigers. Gets it over, and that's going to drop on the line on the far side of the court for the Ripon kill, a Ripon ace by Zimmerman. Ripon up by 1, 13-12. As Zimmerman with the serving duties once again for the Tigers. Serve is over. Taken by Janesko. Now hit over by Engel. And Zimmerman sets it to Mills. Mills puts it over but blocked. And Laconia with the set over to Radovich. Radovich gets it over, set by Zimmerman now to Makarivich. Has it blocked by Laconia. Set by Zimmerman again to Mills. Mills with the light tap over. And it's going to just drop over the net as Ripon couldn't quite get to it. And that's going to tie us up at 13 as Brianna Lunt back to serve once again. Lunt with the serve, taken by Kowaleski, set by Zimmerman over to Baker, and Baker into the net. Going to put Laconia up by 1, 14-13 on your Heidel House scoreboard as Lunt goes back to serve. Lunt with the serve, taken by Baker. Now get it over to Mills, and Mills can't get to it. And another point for Laconia, 15-13. Laconia up by 2. Lunt back to serve for the Spartans. Taken by Brooks, set by Zimmerman. Now a hard hit over by Makarivich, and that's going to go out the end line for the Laconia point. Puts Laconia up by 3 now, 16-13 with Lunt serving. Goes over, and that's going to go. Line judge calls it in just on the line in the far corner, right in front of the line judge. Can't get much closer than that, and Coach Landerman wants a timeout. We'll take it with him. We'll be back right after this.
The bakery and deli teams at Webster's Marketplace are always cooking up great food for you and your family to enjoy. Breads, buns, cakes, and of course our signature donuts, hand-cut daily to our deli's roasted chicken, delicious dips, and full line of meals for you to take home and enjoy. Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 West in Ripon.
Fortified Bank is growing Wisconsin, one person, one business, one relationship at a time. Visit fortifiedbank.com to see how banking locally is a win for you in our community. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Laconia Gymnasium. Thank you for joining me tonight. Ripon won the first set, 25-19. We're in the second set with Laconia leading by 4, 17-13 coming out of the timeout. Brianna Lunt back to serve for the Spartans. She served about the last 4 points and taken by Kowaleski. Zimmerman with the set to Mills. Mills gets it over for the Tigers. Lunt with the set to Radovich, blocked by Ripon, and that's going to fall in for the Ripon kill. 17-14. Ripon to within 3 as Mills serves. Set by Laconia. Radovich. That was Vandenberg putting it over. Now Ripon gets it back over, and Laconia can't control the ball, and that's going to drop for a Ripon point. Pull Ripon to within 2, 17-15. Ripon trails by 2. Erica Mills back to serve. That's taken by Lunt. And then Johannes with the set to Radovich. She gets it over. Set by Zimmerman to Makarevich. Makarevich hits it in the net. Gives the point to Laconia. Puts them back up by 3, 18-15. That's going to be Engel serving. Engel gets it over, taken by Brooks. Set by Zimmerman to Baker. Baker tries to tap it over, blocked by Radovich, and it's going to be a Laconia point. Laconia now up by 4, 19-17, with Engel back to serve once again. Engel puts it over, taken by Brooks. Set by Zimmerman to Makarevich. Makarevich gets it over for the Tigers. Now Radovich over for Laconia, taken by Zimmerman, set by Baker, and slammed over by Ripon. And we're going to have, point is going to go to Laconia as they're going to call Ripon in the net. So Ripon down by 5 now, 20-15. As Engel serving once again. Kowaleski. Now Mills gets it over for the Tigers. Set by Radovich. Set back to her. And that's going to be put over by Radovich. Baker saving it, keeping the ball in play for Ripon. And hitting it over. And getting the kill is Vandenberg for the Spartans. As they take a 6-point lead now, 21-15. Baker going to go out of the game now, and Allie Bumby will enter for the Tigers. Engel back to serve as they lead by 6, 21-15, taken by Zimmerman. Makarevich gets it over for Ripon. Set to Radovich, and Radovich hits it out the far side. So Ripon gets the point. They'll come to within 5, 21-16 as Makarevich back to serve for the Tigers. Makarevich puts it over. That's Radovich. Now hitting it over with a light tap is Vandenberg, and that's going to fall for the kill for Laconia as they'll take a 6-point lead, 22-16. Brooks comes back into the game for the Tigers as a libero. Serve taken by Brooks. Now over to Kowaleski. Kowaleski with the hard hit, and it's going to be saved by Laconia. Put over, and that's going to be a bump by Laconia. That's Kletsky, but it goes up, bounces back off the rafters, and point Ripon. Ripon comes to within 5, 22-17 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Allie Bumby back to serve for the Tigers. So Bumby with the serve as they trail by 5. On the overpass by Laconia. Dug it out of the net was Zimmerman, kept it alive. Now a set by Laconia. Hit over and out of bounds. That's going to be Vandenberg. And point Ripon as they pull to within 4. Trail by 4, 22-18 with Bumby serving for the Tigers. Allie Bumby with the serve. That's taken by Lunt. Set by Kletzky, hit over by Johannes. And that's going to fall on the Ripon side and be a point Laconia. 23-18. Laconia up by 5 with Vandenberg back to serve. Taken by Bumby, set to Zimmerman. Now to Kowaleski. And that's going to go out of bounds off a touch by Laconia. Ripon back to within 4. 23-19 as Malia Kowaleski back to serve. Ripon trying to chip their way back into this. Serve taken by Lunt. Quick hit over by Laconia. Set by Zimmerman to Mills. Mills gets it over, and it's going to end up falling off the touch. So Ripon now to within 3 on the kill by the Tigers. 23-20 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Kowaleski back to serve for the Tigers. Gets it over. Taken by Laconia. Now getting it over is Janesko. Zimmerman with the set to Mills. Mills gets it over, but that's going to sail out of bounds and into the student section. So that's going to pull Laconia to set point as they lead by 4, 24-20. Ripon down by 4. Serving is Johannes. Zimmerman with the set to Bauman. Bauman gets it over for the Tigers. Now the set over to Janesko. Zimmerman with the set to Mills. Mills gets it over. Lunt saves it. And now hit over and blocked by Zimmerman. And Ripon gets the kill. Pulls them to within 3, 24-21. So set point again for Laconia as Ari Brooks back to serve. And that's off Lunt, taken by Engel. Now Lunt, taken by Bumby. She sets it up to Zimmerman and hit over by Ripon, and Ripon gets the kill. That pulls them to within 2, 24-22. Set point again for Laconia as Brooks back to serve. Lunt takes it, and that's going to drop. Ripon gets the ace, and they pull to within 1, and that's going to make our score 23-24. Ripon trailing by 1, and Laconia wants a timeout.
We believe a company, like family, is made stronger when differences are embraced and not condemned. Check out walsworth.com/careers for hiring opportunities. Proud to support Ripon High School.
Back here at the Laconia High School Gymnasium, the two student sections throwing cheers back and forth here during our timeout just before I went back on air. As we're coming out of the timeout, Ripon trailing by 1, 24-23, with Ari Brooks back to serve for the Tigers. Brooks puts it over, taken by Lunt. Now a set, put over by Engel, taken by Bumby. Now set over to Mills, and Mills gets the drop! 24-24 as Mills gets the kill and pulls this to an even ball game. Set point, no longer set point. It's got to win by 2, so no longer set point. So Laconia now gets the ball over, taken by Zimmerman. Bumby set it over to Mills. Mills gets it over, set by Laconia. Tap over by Coffeen. Bumby over to Mills. Mills gets it over, and that's going to drop just inside the back line and puts Ripon up by 1, 25-24. So Ripon now at set point. Got to win by 2, 24-25. Ripon up by 1 now. So Laconia tries to hit it over. Ripon wins! Laconia could not control it. Ripon gets the point. Ripon wins it 26-24 on your Heidel House scoreboard.
Summer has its own feeling. It can be active and hot. It can also be cool and relaxing. It's your choice when it's happening in your own backyard. Summer is the time to turn your dream projects into reality, and your neighborhood Ace Hardware in Ripon and Wautoma is here to help. However you want to plant it, build it, paint it, or customize it, Ace is ready to turn your home into your summer oasis.
Ace is the helpful place in Ripon and Wautoma.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Diedrich Insurance Agency, with offices in Ripon, Berlin, Fond du Lac, and Oshkosh. Check us out at diedrichinsurance.com.
Fresh in our produce department, whole seedless watermelons are $3.99 each. 4 packs of Michigan slicing tomatoes are $1.99 each. And 3-pound bags of B-size red potatoes are $2.99. Large lemons, cucumbers, or green peppers are all 2 for $1. Find these fresh deals and more in the produce department at Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 West in Ripon.
At American Family Insurance, we're here to protect your dream home. And with equipment breakdown coverage, we'll also protect the things that keep your dream home running. So if you experience a sudden mechanical or electrical breakdown in your home, you're covered. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Contact Brad Tagliapietra, agent at 920-748-5031.
Refer to policy for equipment breakdown covered losses, deductible limitations, and exclusions. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Products not available in every state.
Whatever your building needs are, be sure to contact Schmidt Lumber in Ripon, serving the area for over 20 years with quality products such as insulation, roofing materials, treated lumber, moldings, and windows, doors, and locks. If you have any questions about building materials, Keith from Schmidt Lumber has the answers. Call 920-748-3570, specializing in lumber for every purpose. Buy where the builders buy. That's Schmidt Lumber, 427 East Fond du Lac Street, Ripon.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
With a full line of insurance products exclusively designed for Wisconsin, call Victor at Victor Magnus Agency. With Rural Mutual Insurance, Victor will help get your personal, business, farm, and life insurance needs in order. For a free quote, visit victormagnus.com. That's Victor, Magnus.com.
Welcome back to Laconia High School. Ripon winning the second set, 26-24, once again coming from behind to take the victory. So Ripon winning the first 2 sets here tonight. We're in the 3rd set. Ripon on the left side of your screen, Laconia on the right. On the floor for the Tigers, it's Ari Brooks, Malia Kowaleski, Allie Bumby, Sheridan Zimmerman, Avery Makarevich, and Erica Mills. Laconia with the serve and hit over by Makarevich. It's going to go for the kill by Makarevich off a touch by Laconia. So Ripon takes the lead to open things up here, 1-0 in the 3rd set. Erica Mills back to serve for the Tigers. And that's going to be taken by Janesco. And they get it over. Now set by Zimmerman to Kowaleski. Kowaleski with the hit, and that's going to be a touch by Laconia, and that's going to drop for the Ripon kill. Puts Ripon up 2-0 here in the 3rd set of this game. Ripon hoping to get out of here with only 3 sets tonight. Mills with the serve, taken by Lunt. Now the set, and put over, and that's going to drop for the kill by Engel. For Laconia, Engel coming into the game is Vandenberg. Coming out of the game is Isaac, and back to serve for Laconia is Lunt. Lunt gets it over, taken by Brooks. Set now by Zimmerman, and Makarevich with the slam and right into 2 blockers, and that's going to drop for the Ripon point. 3-1 Ripon leads. Makarevich with the serve, but that's too hard, and that's going to go out the back line. as she'll have a seat, and Brooks will come back into the game for the Tigers. Back to serve is Engel for Laconia. 3-2, Ripon leading by 1. Zimmerman with the set. Bumby over for the Tigers. Now the pass over, a little joust there at the net, and the point going to go to Ripon, as they're going to say Laconia was over the center line. So Ripon now with a 2-point lead, 4-2 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Allie Bumby back to serve for Ripon. Bumby puts it over. Taken by Radovich, now hit over by Vandenberg. And Kowaleski gets it over for the Tigers. Now it's got to be put over by the Spartans. That was Radovich, and she gets the kill and pulls the Spartans to within 1. 4-3, Ripon leads. Radovich back to serve for the Spartans. Third set of tonight's match. Radovich with the serve, and that's going to be out of bounds out the back line. Point goes to Ripon as they lead now by 2, 5-3. Malia Kowaleski back to serve for the Tigers. Kowaleski with the service error as it goes into the net. So that'll bring the Spartans back to within 1 as Ripon leads 5-4 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Back serving is Vandenberg. Gets it over. Now Mills hits it back over for Ripon. Janesko gets it over for the Spartans. Now Mills. And a set to to Isaac, and Isaac gets it over. Now Ripon gets it back over. And a set now to Janesko. Sheridan Zimmerman with the set. Ripon gets it over, and a tap over by Johannes, and that's going to drop for the Laconia point and tie things up here at 5. As once again serving will be Vandenberg for the Spartans. Bumby takes the serve. Now Zimmerman, and a quick tap over the net. It's going to go out of bounds on the far side, as that's going to put Laconia up by 1, 6-5, with Vandenberg back to serve once again. Gets it over, taken by Bumby to Zimmerman and to Mills, and that's going to go out of bounds. So another giveaway point to Laconia makes it 7-5. Ripon trails now by 2. Vandenberg serving once again. Bumby takes it. Set by Zimmerman to Bauman. Blocked by Laconia. And that's going to put Laconia up by 3 now, 8-5 on your Heidel House scoreboard, with Vandenberg back to serve once again. Taking the serve is Bauman. Zimmerman with the set to Mills. Mills puts it out of bounds on the near side. Laconia now up by 4, 9-5. As Vandenberg set to serve once again. Serve taken by Kowaleski on the overpass, taken by Laconia. Now hitting it over, I believe that was Janesko. And Mills blocked and now put over by Ripon. Now back over by Laconia, set by Zimmerman. And that's going to go out of bounds off Carson Bauman. And that puts Laconia up by 5, 10-5. Are you looking for a new career? The Smuckers facility in Ripon needs you as part of their team. Starting wage is over $20 per hour. Full benefits effective day 1 and a $1,000 sign-on bonus. Apply online at www.smockerscareers.com. And Horicon Bank, celebrating 125 years of community banking, committed to providing excellent customer service in support of local business community and individual financial growth. That's Horicon Bank, the natural choice, member FDIC. And Butsy Marchant, serving local families with grace and compassion since 1896. Hometown Radio is your local source for news, weather, and sports. Tune in and team up every morning with Bob Nelson and find out what's happening in your area. Laconia with the serve. Zimmerman sets it to Mills. Mills with the light tap over now. Set by Laconia's Johannes and put over by Janesco for the kill for Laconia as they now go up by 6, 11-5. But this is not a strange position for Ripon to be in today. They've been down like this before and come back to win the set. So Carson Bauman with the hit, blocked by Laconia as the point's going to go to Laconia. That puts them up by 7 now. This is Ripon's biggest deficit of the evening, 12-5. Set by Zimmerman. Back to Bauman, and they're going to call her for a double hit. So Ripon down by 8 now, 13-5 here in this third set. Ripon leading 2-0. As Vanderberg back to serve, taken by Bumby. Bumby to Zimmerman, now to Mills, and Mills going to hit it and get it out of bounds off the touch by Laconia, so Ripon gets the ball back, down by 7, 13-6 as Ari Brooks back to serve for the Tigers. Brooks puts it over, taken by Lunt, into the net, and Laconia can't control the ball, so it's going to be point Ripon. Ripon pulls to within 6, 13-7 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Brooks with the serve, gets it over, set by Isaac, gets it to, or Kletzky set it, Isaac puts it over, and it's going to be a Laconia point as they go back up by 7, 14-7 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Bumby takes the serve. Zimmerman now with the set to Mills. Mills with the hit, but that's going to go out of bounds and point Laconia, and they're back up by 8. So back doing the serving. Molly Johannes gets it over, taken by Bumby. Zimmerman with the set now to Makarevich. Makarevich with a hard hit, and that's going to be point Ripon as Laconia can't get it back in bounds. Pulls Ripon to within 7 with Zimmerman back to serve for the Tigers. Taken by Janesco. And we've got a double hit now by Laconia, and that's going to be another point Ripon as they pull to within 6 now. As Zimmerman back to serve. 15-9 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Ripon trailing by 6. Lunt takes the serve for the Spartans. Now hit over, blocked by Ripon. I believe that was Makarevich. And now hit over by Engel, and that's going to drop for the Spartan point. Makes it a 7-point lead for the Spartans. And back to serve is Lexi Janesco. 16-9, Ripon down by 7. Janesco with the service there into the net. Gives the point to Ripon. Ripon now to within 6, 16-10, with Erica Mills back to serve for the Tigers. Serve taken by Lunt. Set by Johannes, put over by Isaac, and that's going to be a Ripon point as it goes out of bounds. So Mills back to serve once again as Ripon now to within 5, 16-11. We've seen Ripon battle back in the first 2 sets tonight. See if they can do it the third time. And hit over by Radovich for the Spartans, and Ari Brooks has it go off her hands on the touch and going to pull the Spartans back to a 6-point lead, 17-11, as Lunt back to serve. That's taken by Mills, saved from dropping, and put over by Ripon. Save was by Zimmerman, and Ripon's going to get the kill defensively on the block. They pulled to within 5, 17-12 on your Heidel House scoreboard. So Makarevich back to serve for the Tigers. Gets it over. taken by Engel. Now sets it to Vandenberg, and she gets it over for the kill for the Spartans. Back to a 6-point lead for the Spartans with Engel back to serve. 18-12 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Engel with the serve. Bumby takes it. Zimmerman with the set to Bauman. Bauman with a little tip over, and it's going to go off the fingertips of Vandenberg and fall to the ground for the Ripon kill. 18-13, Ripon to within 5 as Bumby back to serve. Allie Bumby with the serve. That's taken by Radovich. Now put over by Janesko. Zimmerman sets it to Kowalewski, has it blocked, and we're going to have 4 hits called on Ripon. So it'll be point Laconia as they take a 6-point lead, 19-13, and Radovich back to serve. Ari Brooks, and a quick hit back over by Vandenberg is going to be a kill by Laconia as they go up by 7, 20-13, and Radovich back to serve. Brooks takes the serve. Zimmerman sets it. Ripon gets it over. Lunt, now the set, and that's going to be Vandenberg who puts it over for the Ripon, or for the Laconia kill. 21-19, Ripon down by 8. As Radovich back to serve once again. Taken by Brooks, set by Zimmerman. And as Kowalewski tries to put it over, it's blocked and going to drop for the Laconia point. 22-13, Ripon down by 9. Radovich serving for the Spartans. Taken by Brooks, and that's going to go way deep. And saved by Ripon as they get it over. Nice job at keeping the ball in play, but this time they can't do it as it's going to go out the side. And that's going to make our score 23-13 as Ripon down by their biggest deficit of the day, 23-13, with Radovich back to serve once again. Radovich puts it over. Brooks set by Zimmerman now to Kowalewski. Kowalewski with the light tap over. Put back over by Laconia. Set back to Kowalewski. She gets the hit. Puts it over. Put over now by Radovich. Bumby to Zimmerman. Zimmerman has it hit over. And now it's going to be Janesko hits it out of bounds for Laconia, so it'll be Ripon point as Ripon comes to within 9, 23-14 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Malia Kowalewski doing the serving for the Tigers. Kowalewski gets it over, taken by Lunt. Now the set and put over by Janesko, but that's going to be out of bounds on the far side. And they're going to say it was in bounds. It looked out of bounds from my viewpoint, but what do I know? So, Laconia at set point, 24-14. Serve taken by Kowalewski, set by Zimmerman over to Mills. Mills gets it over. Set now to Janesko and blocked back by Zimmerman. And that's going to drop for the defensive kill, 24-15. Laconia set point once again as Brooks back to serve for the Tigers. Brooks gets it over and she gets the ace as Janesko can't control the ball. It goes out of bounds. So Ripon to within 8, 24-16. Laconia set point once again. Brooks with the serve. That goes over. Now the set. Janesko puts it over. Brooks puts it, or Bumby puts it over for Ripon. And now hit by Laconia, blocked by Ripon, and that's going to go off Laconia on the touch as Ripon to within 7, 24-17. Set point once again for Laconia. Brooks with the serve. Gets it over to Janesko. Now set behind her, and that was Johannes trying to put it over, but into the net, and another point Ripon. They pull to within 6, 24-18. Set point for Laconia. Brooks puts it over, taken by Laconia. Hit over and out of bounds by Laconia as Ripon now to within 5. And we got a timeout taken by Laconia. We'll take it with them. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement deserves more attention, Edward Jones can help. Stop by and see your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Greg Dragolovich at 121 Watson Street or Shad Horton at 1098 West Fond du Lac Street to learn more. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. And Fusion Heating and Cooling, the area's newest family-oriented Trane dealer, offers service on all manufacturers, brands, and specializes in providing solutions for all your home comfort needs. Getting the job professionally done and on time. Fusion Heating and Cooling, serving Ripon and the surrounding area. Coming out of the timeout, Ripon trailing by 5, 24-19 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Ari Brooks with the serve for the Tigers. Laconia, they managed to keep it in play. Set by Zimmerman now and hit by Makarevich. Blocked by Laconia. Over to Mills. Mills gets it over. Laconia hit off Janesco. She gets it over the net. Set by Zimmerman over to Mills on the far side and blocked by Laconia. They win the set 25-19. So Ripon leads it 2-1 as we're going to go to a 4th set here this evening. Let's take care of a little bit more business while the teams take a break in between sets. Webster's Marketplace features an in-store smokehouse with tasty, made fresh right here brats, summer sausage, snack sticks, and more. Bill and our smokehouse team can smoke your venison, fish, or fowl. Webster's Marketplace featuring Webster's Smokehouse, Highway 23 West in Ripon. And what's for breakfast? Maybe fresh hand-cut donuts from the in-store bakery at Webster's Marketplace. Webster's Marketplace open 6 a.m. daily, Highway 23 West in Ripon.
Hi, this is Danny and Heather with AirTech Heating. At AirTech, our motto is honesty, integrity, and quality craftsmanship.
When it comes to your home, you want the person working on your equipment to be upfront and tell you what you need.
But also what you don't need. We deliver whatever it takes service to take care of you. Our technicians are NATE certified, meaning they are the most highly trained in the industry to be servicing your equipment.
If you're stuck with a broken furnace or air conditioner, call our team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact Brad Teglapetra, agent at 120 Watson Street, Ripon, 920-748-5031.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Diedrich Insurance Agency, with offices in Ripon, Berlin, Fond du Lac, and Oshkosh. Check us out at diedrichinsurance.com.
Introducing Walk-In Wednesdays at Alliance Laundry Systems in Ripon. Walk in and interview at Door 2 on Shepherd Street, Wednesdays 10 to 4. Start at $25 an hour for second shift assembly. Plus, we're working 4 10-hour shifts with overtime on Fridays when needed. We have great benefits including medical, dental, vacation, retirement, and tuition reimbursement. Can't make it Wednesdays? Apply at alliancelaundry.com careers.
Alliance Laundry Systems is an equal opportunity employer.
Coming out of the break between sets, Laconia forcing a 4th set. as they won the third set. 25-19, Ripon leads 2-1. So serving for Ripon, Sheridan Zimmerman. Ripon on the left, Laconia on the right of your screen. Radovich gets it over for Laconia. Set by Zimmerman to Makarevich. Blocked by Laconia, and it's going to fall for the Laconia point as they'll take the lead to start things off here in the fourth set, 1-0. Brianna Luntz back to serve for the Spartans. Serve taken by Kowalewski. Set by Zimmerman over to Bumby. Bumby gets it over for the Tigers. Set now to Radovich. Put back over right away by Ripon, and that's going to be a Ripon kill as that'll tie things up here at 1-1. Here at the beginning of the fourth set, Erica Mills serving. Mills gets it over. Radovich now set to Vandenberg. Bumby and getting it over. Now Laconia blocked by Kowalewski, and that's going to be a Ripon kill. Make our score 2-1, Ripon up by 1 on your Heidel House scoreboard with Erica Mills back to serve once again for the Tigers. Mills gets it over, and now they set it to Vandenberg. Vandenberg to Mills, and now they get it over. Kowalewski tried to get it over, but she didn't get enough oomph on it, so that's going to be a point for Laconia and tie things up here at 2-2 with serving Molly Johannes. Brooks takes it. Put over by Bumby, and Laconia gets it back over. Brooks. Now hit over by Makarevich, and it's going to be 4 touches by Laconia. They can't get it over on the third hit. So Ripon back up by 1, 3-2 with Makarevich back to serve for the Tigers. Makarevich with the serve. Taken by Laconia. Now set it to Engel. Engel gets it over and tapped over by Kowalewski. And now it's going to be a Ripon point on a double hit. So Makarevich back to serve once again with our score 4-2 on the Heidel House scoreboard. Ripon lead by 2. Makarevich gets it over, but that's going to sail out of bounds out the back line for the Laconia point as Laconia pulls to within 1. 4-3, Ripon leads by 1 with Radovich doing the serving. Taken by Bumby, set by Zimmerman. Kowalewski hits it and blocked by Laconia. So Laconia ties it up at 4-4 here in the fourth set with Radovich back to serve once again for the Spartans. Radovich with the serving error gives Ripon the point. Makes our score Ripon 5, Laconia 4 with Allie Bumby back to serve now for the Tigers. Bumby with the serve. And that's taken by Laconia. Now on the far side, Engel, and it's going to be out of bounds and makes our score Ripon 6, Laconia 4. Ripon leads by 2 with Bumby back to serve for the Tigers. Taken by Lunt for Laconia. Set by Vandenberg. Put over now by Ripon on a quick touch. And Janesco hits it and drops it inside the back line for the kill for the Spartans. As they pull to within 1, Ripon leads by 1, 6-5. Back to serve is Vandenberg, taken by Brooks. Zimmerman with the set to Kowalewski. And now Laconia puts it over. Zimmerman with the set again, this time to Bauman, and Bauman puts it over, and she's going to get the kill as it goes off the Laconia player on the touch and makes it 7-5, Ripon up by 2. Kowalewski back to serve. Taken taken by Laconia. Janesco gets it over off the tape. And a touch by Ari Brooks and out the back line, and that's going to be a point for Laconia. They're back to within 1, 7-6. Ripon leads it. Engel to serve, taken by Bumby. Zimmerman with the set to Mills. Mills puts it over, but that's going to be long, and that's going to go out of bounds. So point goes to Laconia as they tie things up here at 7 apiece, with Engel to serve once again, taken by Kowaleski, and trying to put it over Ripon, and now it's going to be a late whistle. Some of the Laconia fans a little bit hot as they weren't satisfied with the lateness of the call, but Engel puts it over. Laconia leads it by 1, 8-7. Now they lead it by 2, 9-7 as they get the kill. So 9-7, Laconia ahead by 2 on your Heidel House scoreboard with Engel to serve once again. Bumby gets it on the overpass and a quick tap over the net by Isaac, and that's going to be a kill for Isaac. And suddenly Laconia is up by 3, 10-7. Engel with the serve, taken by Kowaleski, gets it to Zimmerman. Zimmerman serves it, or sets it to Bauman, and that's going to fall for the Ripon point as Ripon trails by 2. As Bauman goes out, Makarevich comes in. 10-8, Ripon down by 2 with Brooks to serve. And a quick pass over and a quick hit over the net by Mills. Right back at Laconia is going to bring Ripon to within 1. 10-9 on your Heidel House scoreboard. So Brooks with the serve and an ace for Brooks. As Ari Brooks pulls Ripon to within, actually pulls to Ripon to even, 10-10 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Brooks serves it, taken by Lunt. Over to Kletzky, and a quick tap over by Isaac, and that's going to fall on the touch by Bumby and put Laconia back up by 1, 11-10 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Back to serve is going to be Lexi Janesco. Serve is taken and actually going to go out the back line and give Ripon the point. Brings us back to even at 11 apiece as Sheridan Zimmerman back to serve for the Tigers. Ripon on the left in the black, Laconia in the white on the right. And Radovich can't get the ball over for Laconia on the third touch. Gives Ripon the point, and now the lead up by 1, 12-11 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Sheridan Zimmerman with the serve, taken by Radovich. Set to Isaac. Isaac gets it over. Set by Zimmerman to Bumby. Bumby gets it over, but that's going to sail out of bounds on the far side, right in front of the coach for Laconia. So 12-12, even score as Lunt serves, taken by Bumby. Zimmerman with the set to Makarevich. And now Radovich with the hit, and they're going to call Ripon for being over the center line. So Laconia gets the point. 13-12 now, they're up by 1. Laconia's Lunt with the serve, taken by Bumby. That's Zimmerman. Bumby puts it over. Now over to Radovich for the Spartans, and Bumby gets it back over for Ripon. And they set it backwards to Johannes, and this one's going to fall for the Ripon point. And that's going to tie us up at 13 once again as Erica Mills back to serve for the Tigers. She gets it over. And a quick tap over by Makarevich gives Ripon the kill and the 1-point lead as Ripon leads it 14-13 with Mills back to serve again for the Tigers. Erica gets it over. Now taken by Radovich. Hit over by Bumby. Lunt with the set to Radovich. Radovich has it touched by Bumby, and it's going to go out of bounds off Ali Bumby. So the point goes to Laconia, and that's going to even us up at 14. So a tight game here, as back to serve is Molly Johannes for the Spartans. Serve taken by Mills. Set by Zimmerman, and that's going to be hit by Kowalewski, and she drops it on the sideline for the point. Ripon leads it now 15-14 as Makarevich back to serve for the Tigers. Leading by 1. Makarevich gets it over. Radovich now putting it over is Engel, and that's going to go over and going to go out of bounds off Ripon. And we're tied up again at 15. So back to serve is Cassandra Coffeen. She gets it over. Now hitting it over is Ripon. Lunt takes it, sets it to Engel, or Janesco, and the Spartans called for 4 touches. So point goes to Ripon, and they'll take a 1-point lead. 16-15 here in the 4th set as Ali Bumby back to serve for the Tigers. Serve taken by Laconia. And we got a joust at the net between Kowalewski and Johannes, but it's going to be Ripon point. So Bumby to serve once again, leading by 2, 17-15 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Bumby serve taken by Laconia. Johannes and stuffed by Kowalewski, and that's going to drop defensively for the kill, and Ripon goes up by 3. Laconia wants a timeout. We'll take it with them. Are you looking for a new career? The Smuckers facility in Ripon needs you as part of their team. Starting wage is over $20 per hour. Full benefits is effective day 1, and a $1,000 sign-on bonus. Apply online at www.smuckers.careers.com. Horicon Bank is celebrating 125 years of community banking, building a solid reputation as a mortgage lender, offering leading lending choices to fit your best options. Horicon Bank, the natural choice. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. And Butsy Marchant, serving local families with grace and compassion since 1896. Hometown Radio is your local source for news, weather, and sports. Tune in and team up with every morning with Bob Nelson to find out what's happening in your area. So out of the timeout, Ripon leading by 3, 18-15 as Sheridan Zimmerman back to serve for the Tigers. 4th set, Zimmerman with the service there. So point to Laconia as that pulls them to within 2. 18-16 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Kalista Vanderberg back to serve for the Spartans, taken by Mills. Set by Zimmerman over to Kowalewski. Kowalewski stuffs it again, and that's a touch by Laconia, and drops for the point, giving Ripon a 3-point lead, 19-16. Kowalewski will go back to serve for the Tigers. Kowalewski with the serve, gets it over. And now Lunt trying to save it, and they get it. Keep the ball in play. Laconia gets it back, and now trying to put it over is Janesco, and that's going to go into the net for a Ripon point as Ripon goes to a 4-point lead now, 20-16 here on your Heidel House scoreboard. Leading by 4, Kowalewski with the serve. Taken by Janesco, now hit over by Johannes. Set by Zimmerman, put over by Mills, and she gets it to drop on the touch by Laconia. Ripon now up by 5, 21-16 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Kowalewski with the serving duties once again. But this time she has a serving error as it's going to go into the net. And that'll pull Laconia to within 4, 21-17 on your Heidel House scoreboard. Doing the serving will be Autumn Engel. And making a substitution going out of the game will be Cassandra Coffeen, and coming in is Katie Radovich for Laconia. Engel with the serve, taken by Brooks. Zimmerman with the set to Mills. Mills has it blocked back over, and it's going to be a Ripon lift is what the officials call. So Laconia pulls to within 3, 21-18. As Engel back to serve once again for the Spartans. Taken by Bumby, set by Zimmerman. And getting it over is Bauman, and she gets the kill on the touch, makes it 22-18, Ripon back up by 4. Bauman goes out of the game. And I didn't see who come back in. I believe it was either Bumby or... Must have been Bumby, as we got a touch by Laconia, and it's going to go out the back line, and once again we've got a Laconia timeout. And let's hear from a few more of our sponsors as Laconia takes this timeout. Fusion Heating and Cooling, the area's newest family-oriented Trane dealer. Offers service on all manufacturers, brands, and specializes in providing solutions for all your home comfort needs, getting the job professionally done and on time. Fusion Heating and Cooling, serving Ripon and the surrounding areas. Floral Expressions is a full-service floral shop conveniently located inside of Webster's Marketplace. From centerpieces to balloon bouquets, full wedding flowers to custom and sentimental remembrance arrangements, Floral Expressions is here to help. Floral Expressions inside of Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 West in Ripon. Served by Ripon, goes over, and the ball's going to go out the backcourt, and Ripon point as they go up by 6, 24-18. So this will be set and match point for Ripon. Brooks serves it, and a tap and into the net by Laconia, and Ripon wins the match 25-18 on your Heidel House scoreboard here in the 4th set. So Ripon getting the job done once again, as Ripon off to a good season this year. Ripon student section, as you can hear them with the cheering going on in the background. Let's take a little break and we'll be back. Stay with us for these messages from our sponsors.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Diedrich Insurance Agency, with offices in Ripon, Berlin, Fond du Lac, and Oshkosh. Check us out at diedrichinsurance.com.
Summer has its own feeling. It can be active and hot. It can also be cool and relaxing. It's your choice when it's happening in your own backyard. Summer is the time to turn your dream projects into reality, and your neighborhood Ace Hardware in Ripon and Wautoma is here to help. However you want to plant it, build it, paint it, or customize it, Ace is ready to turn your home into your summer oasis.
Ace is the helpful place in Ripon and Wautoma.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin strong.
With a full line of insurance products exclusively designed for Wisconsin, call Victor at Victor Magnus Agency. With Rural Mutual Insurance, Victor will help get your personal, business, farm, and life insurance needs in order. For a free quote, visit victormagnus.com. That's Victor, MAGNUS.com.
Whatever your building needs are, be sure to contact Schmidt Lumber in Ripon, serving the area for over 20 years with quality products such as insulation, roofing materials, treated lumber, moldings and windows, doors, and locks. If you have any questions about building materials, Keith from Schmidt Lumber has the answers. Call 920-748-3570, specializing in lumber for every purpose. Buy where the builders buy. That's Schmidt Lumber, 427 East Fond du Lac Street, Ripon.
Welcome back to the Laconia Gymnasium here as Ripon defeats Laconia 3-1. Ripon taking the first set 25-19, second set 26-24. Laconia winning the third set 25-19, and then Ripon taking the fourth set to end things here tonight 25-18. Great job by all the Ripon players tonight as they come together and actually came back from behind in the first two sets tonight to win. So if I had to give a player of the game, once again, you got to give it to all the girls. They all work hard and do a really nice job for Ripon this year. 5 seniors on the club. Coach Landerman doing a nice job of rotating their players in and out of the game to give those that need the rest when they need it. So very nice job by Ripon here tonight. Other sporting events taking place this week on homecoming week. On Thursday it'll be the Ripon girls tennis team traveling to Two Rivers for a tennis meet. The Ripon High School boys soccer team travels to Berlin to take on the Indians. That will be on Thursday as well. And the Ripon girls volleyball team will travel to Berlin also for matches with the varsity game scheduled for 6:45. I plan on bringing you the play-by-play of the Ripon Berlin varsity volleyball match right here on the Ripon Sports YouTube stream. Then on Friday night, to round out the competitions on homecoming week, the Ripon High School football team will host the Waupun Warriors at Ingalls Field with kickoff scheduled for 7 p.m. For those of you unable to make it to the game, you can catch all the action on the Ripon Channel YouTube channel. That'll be a stream, and you can also hear it on 93.1 FM or 1600 AM, The Wave, or pull it up on your mobile device on The Wave as well. So lots of opportunities to be able to watch and listen to the football game Friday night. And like I said, be sure to join me, Bruce Link, as I'll be bringing you the Ripon girls volleyball game from Berlin on Thursday night. Once again, final score tonight from Laconia. Ripon wins 3-1 over Laconia. I'm Bruce Link saying good night, everybody, and be safe. Thanks for joining me tonight, and stay Tiger proud.
Thank you for joining today's presentation of Ripon Tiger Sports, brought to you by Schmidt Lumber, buy where the builders buy, the Diedrich Agency, Ace Hardware in Ripon and Wautoma, Edward Jones, Silver Creek Dentistry and Orthodontics, Butsy Marchand Funeral Home, Fortify Bank, Fusion Heating, Webster's Marketplace, Walsworth, Alliance Laundry Systems, Pastimes Pub and Grill, Cliff's Tire and Battery, Mr. and Mrs. P's Eatery, Lamer's Bus Lines, The Heidel House, Hillside Dental Associates, MPB Builders, Ripon Area School District, AirTech, American Family Insurance, Smuckers, Mutual Rural Insurance, Horicon Bank, and 93.1 FM and 1600 AM, The Wave, your hometown station.